welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here at EBAday 2018 in Munich. Joining me now is Teresa Connors from Natwest. Hello Teresa, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Now we're halfway through day one of EBAday. Can you tell me, what are your first impressions and what do you think people are talking about most?
Well, I think it's fair to say it hasn't been a slow burn. Since the get-go this morning, there's been really high quality conversations. And there's a real tangible sense of collaboration and innovation underpinning those conversations as well. Typically, people are talking about instant payments. There's a lot of talk about that, obviously, with the scheme having launched last November. PSD2 and open banking are very much being talked about as well, as is AI. AI actually feels like a real hot topic and the topic of the moment. So they're probably the biggest things. And of those, they're all underpinned as well by technology. There's a really strong sense of technology.
All right, well, following on from that, what do you think is driving this technology?
A number of things. I think for me there's probably three big things that are driving it. There's access to data, because suddenly the whole world of data has opened up, not just with open banking and things like that via APIs, but also with augmented reality and AI as well. So there's this data, and wow, there's real opportunity there, and what are we going to do with it then? And secondly is regulation. Regulation obviously drives a number of things, but increasingly technology is being used in order to bring compliance. But thirdly, and this is the big one for me as well, is customer needs and customer expectations. We live in a world now that is so connected, and we expect an omnichannel experience really across the board. We expect to use one channel, to pick up where we left off in a different channel, that sort of thing, and we expect to do it at speed and for it to work every time. It's almost like, especially with instant payments just having launched across Europe on the SEPA scheme, it's like any little bit of delay now, crikey, we can't cope with it anymore. People find it really frustrating. But there's got to be a balance there, because of course you want speed and everything else, but equally you want safety and security. So there has to be a balance between those two things. But for me, the biggest driver is customer needs and expectation.
And of course with this comes challenges for banks. What do you think are the main ones when they're trying to deliver new, innovative propositions?
Well, I talked about collaboration earlier, and this real tangible sense here at EBAday of collaboration, and that's really the key to the whole thing. Big traditional banks such as the one Natwest that I work for, we bring a lot to a party. We've got scale, we've got customers' trust, but it is better for us and the customers to partner together to bring really new solutions that we could deliver sometimes by ourselves, but it's actually better to partner and to use other people's strengths. And we do that in a couple of ways. So we've partnered with an infrastructure provider, we've partnered with Vocalink, and we've developed a tool that for our small business customers, when they're paying an invoice, if there's a fraudulent activity on there, so they're paying the wrong person, there's invoice misdirection fraud, it's really hard looking at BACS data to pinpoint those areas of fraud. But we've worked with Vocalink, and now we're taking a cut of our BACS data. We run an AI application over it, and we can pinpoint now in a matter of seconds if something doesn't look quite right. And then we can pick up our customers and say, do you mean to pay this person? And already we've already saved customers over £7 million worth in fraud. So that's where we partner for innovation. We also do it by ourselves as well. So in recent days, we've launched something called Natwest Pay, and we're trialling that at the moment with Carphone Warehouse. It's going really well, so that's the first thing to say. And what it does for customers is that when you claim on your mobile phone insurance, you've got an excess payment of £100 to pay. There's a number of ways you can pay that. Typically people pay that by card. They input on their mobile phone or on online banking. They're inputting a long card number, they're going through other kind of card-related checks. This gives them an alternative. So what this does is you can say, okay, you're on your mobile phone, I want to pay my excess for insurance. I will go straight, I'll press a button, I'll go straight onto mobile banking.
Right, yeah.
I would just do my fingerprint ID and whoosh, the payment is made. It's a much shorter payment period, payment cycle. It's really, really quick compared to card payments anyway. So the benefits of that system are that it's a lot quicker for customers while still maintaining the level of security they expect from NatWest.
Fantastic. Well, Teresa, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.